Probabil că mulți ați văzut și eu printre alții o grămadă de filme cu și despre Comic-Conuri. Am avut plăcerea de a primi o invitație, Marieta și Dragoș, mulțumesc pe calea asta. N-am fost niciodată la așa ceva, așa că sunt tare curios cu ce se mănâncă. Hai să vedem. În primă fază avem aici biletul printat. Trebuie să-l schimb pe o brățară cu care o să pot intra. Salut! Mersi mult! Mersi mult! Deci am trecut all good. Hai să vedem cu ce se mănâncă pe aici, ce și cum este.
Vine și încearcă această experiență 4DX chiar acum și chiar aici.
Da, nu, that sucks. Avem și prima achiziție pe ziua de azi. Un cub Rubik de fast cubing. Nu m-am mai jucat cu astea de mult. Poate învăț și eu niște scheme noi, că le știam pe alea lente de îmi lua 2 minute să fac. Achiziție pe azi, o luăm ușor, magnet. Cel mai important lucru, mai ales când faci sport, este hidratarea. Așa că hai să ne hidratăm.
Of the Caribbean. Please welcome Mr. Kevin McNally.
Hello, Transylvania. Nice to see you. Back in those days, which is in the early 70s, we didn't really have like film schools so much. Started really working in the 70s in British television. I learned how to work for the camera, and I've been very lucky ever since to be able to move easily, as most English actors can, between theatre, television and film.
CW's Arrow has been airing since 2012, having 160 episodes as of now, and we have 2 actors today who are going to join us and talk a little about it. Do you want to introduce the first one?
I'm sorry, do I what?
Do you want to introduce the first one, Ken?
The first one?
Yes, the
Who's
first
the first
guest.
one? You know, there are egos at stake here. I've done some research this time and I've been practicing, so let me try this. Shall we begin?
Manu Bennett, everyone.
Okay. Our next and equally important and not to feel slighted in any way guest is fluent in English, French, Spanish, and Czech. In addition to acting, he can tap dance and play the piano. From intergalactic scientist to top dog of the Russian crime syndicate, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. David Nicol.
Yeah, I heard about your naked haka.
It was fantastic. It was the best thing I've ever done in my life.
I heard you almost got arrested.
I loved it. Whenever I was on Spartacus, you know, I used to just run around and just get myself ready. And by the time I went onto the set, I'd be doing push-ups and everything. Clues! Shall I begin?
Asta a fost prima zi. Ne vedem mañana. Ziua a doua de Comic-Con. Hai să vedem ce ne aduce ziua de azi.
Everybody wants to be a cat because a cat's the only cat who knows where it's at. Abandon hope, for I am Maya Shadow Song, and none shall flee my grasp.
Take my horse through the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna.
You say I make you nervous, a tragedy. I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning.
From my mind, vocal percussion on a whole nother level.
Take this time to consider your past deeds.
For a time, we lived in harmony. But like all great power, some wanted it for good, others for evil.
Bucky? Who the hell is Bucky?
Sitting here all alone on a throne in a palace that I happen to own.
You shall pay for this treachery! Off we can! Dance, dance, we dance!
Like a river, shut drop out and like a river.
Hey folks, begging your pardon. Excuse me, sorry to barge in.
Asta a fost cosplay contest și acum vine Manu Bennett să mă duc să-l mai văd o dată, că a fost foarte tare ieri.
I was like, yeah, Ruth. And she said, well, we have a gladiator series coming called Spartacus. And she's like, yes, Manu, you can be a gladiator. And I walked in and there were all these 20-year-old kids. At the time I was like 30, 38. These young kids were walking around going like, shall I begin? And the casting agent saw me and she said, Manu, what are you doing here? And I said, I'm here to read for Spartacus. And she went, Manu, you're too old. I mean, I can't even remember the audition, but I mean, it was just like, shall we begin? The great machine that we did put together between Slade and Arrow, Stephen and I worked magic together. When he played in front of me and I was giving him Deathstroke at full force, I knew that he was giving some of his best material.
Thank you. Manu Bennett, everyone. Thank you.
Hello, Romania. What's up? Thank you guys so much for coming out. This is amazing to see.
Thank you for being with us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
You're so much taller than I thought. You're so tall, yeah.
So it's so crazy to be here because 14 years ago, I lived in Bucharest for 3.5 months, filming my first big film ever, The Seeker, The Dark is Rising.
The spending spree continues. Astăzi am început ziua cu un alt cub Rubic, de data asta cu 2x2x2 și, bineînțeles, un tricou cu The Flash. Da, o să fiu la fel de rapid.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thanks,
a pleasure
guys.
as always, Mr. David Nickel.
Real pleasure. Thanks a lot, guys. You've been wonderful. Thanks for the great questions.
Sau Dina, Magda și Nico.
Bună seara!
Chiar vorbeam că este a treia oară pentru Umbre la Comic-Con și deja sunteți veterani, ca să spun așa. Și ne bucurăm foarte mult că sunteți alături de noi această seară.
Asta a fost ziua a doua, ar mai fi premierea cosplay-ului, dar nu mai stau acum o oră pentru chestia asta. Ne vedem, hopefully, mâine, la ultima zi. Sper să ajung și mâine. Ziua a treia de Comic-Con, ultima zi. Astăzi voi ajunge la fix, cred că poate întârzi un minut, două, de la Cosplay Contest Groups. Așa că cu asta o să începem și apoi vedem la ce mai stăm, la ce nu.
You won't deny me this, Arthas. I must know. I must find out.
Look at how they crawl around upon the ground like little ants.
Yes, but how they fascinate, confusing fate with what is near each.
When Alexios first arrived, we didn't know what to make of him.
I am Alexios, the great Spartan warrior.
Ugh, you again. Are you following me or something?
Oh, spare me. Still the same hair after, what, a few hundred years?
fost scos leu pe azi. Am căpătat un energizant la ieșire ca să vedem ce mai e pe aici, mai dăm o tură. Să-l văd și pe Rick Costner, dacă nu l-am prins în prima zi nici ieri, măcar astăzi să-l văd stare curios.
Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Rick Costner.
Thank you very much, Ken, from New Jersey. I love that.
I mean, he had to come all the way to Romania to talk to a guy from New Jersey, so...
Well, that's exotic for me.
That's the way that works.
Because I'm from Zimbabwe, so... Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming. I'm really enjoying Romania. I finally got out last night. I got let out of the cage. And I have a friend who lives in Cluj. Isn't that crazy? And he took me to the old town, and I think we're going to the haunted forest. Apparently there's a forest that has a lot of UFO activity called the Hoya Forest. My mind may be wandering. I must go slow. I believe it is all Deuteronomy.
You all know why we're here, so I'm just going to ask you to welcome back to the stage Mr. Manu Bennett.
So there's a bunch of different huckers for every single tribe talking about your ancestor, you know, of your particular tribe. And when the tribes met, basically what they were doing is going, I am from this area, and my ancestor is this, and this is who we are, and do you want to face us? We're ready for you. I'll call you Cluj, and you can be Napoca. Tribe Cluj, can we stand up? And remember, it's Cluj, right? We're Cluj, and that's Napoca. And Napoca has said, Cluj, you suck. And what are we going to say back, Cluj? Yeah, you're in trouble. Okay, Napoca, come on. Cluj just said, you suck.
Ladies and gentlemen, one final time, a big round of applause for the mesmerizing Manu Bennett. Some will live, some will die, but only one will rise. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage Mr. Alexander Ludwig.
Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Thanks for coming out.
I was wondering if you collect props from filming sets, and if you do, what would be the coolest one?
After the show was over, our writer, along with our producers and everybody, they gave me, it was like such a cool gift. Basically Bjorn's sword mounted on a plaque, and in Old Norse it says Bjorn Ironside down the shaft of it, and that's hanging on my wall in my home in Los Angeles. That was an amazing gift. And then, because I had to decorate my apartment, I stole these deer antlers from Ireland. And I was literally walking off set with them, and what are you doing? And I was like, I'm taking these home with me. So they ended up packing it in a box for me, and they sent it home with me.
Our next and last guest at Transylvania Comic-Con was born in Slovakia and has been in the industry for more than 30 years. He's a stuntman and is known for his work in Skyfall and Robin Hood, but most people know him for being the Night King in Game of Thrones. Please welcome Vladimir Fordyk.
Hey, how are you? Everybody's supposed to play on the floor.
Yeah. First we have to be dead.
And then I will do this, okay? You agree?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go on the floor, everybody, now. Go, go, go.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Spasiba. Spasiba. Sorry. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, this has been an amazing, it's been an experiment of sorts. up here in Cluj. So I think it worked out pretty well, judging from what I saw. Take care, everyone. It's been wonderful as always. I am Ken. This is Maria. Have a wonderful winter.
În spatele meu, din nou trailerul de la Star Wars, Can't Wait for the Last One, la iarnă. Cu asta s-a terminat experiența mea de Comic-Con 2019 din Cluj-Napoca. Like, share, subscribe dacă v-a plăcut și ne vedem cu următorul vlog. Pa, pa!